Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at another rinseless wash here, and for those of you who saw the curmudgeon's corner on Phoenix EOD, again I was on that, and I appreciate Aaron and Eileen for having me on there. But I had mentioned that I'm all rinseless washed out for 2024 because there's just so many, and they're all really good. And so that I also mentioned that I had one last one to test out, and it was actually this one from Ethos. One thing about this one here I will mention is Tim was actually kind enough to include me in the development of their ceramic rinseless wash here. The original color was actually blue. I've used all the samples he sent me, and I can tell you that this last sample I used, which is the one right before this one, was actually really good. But originally it was blue, and then it was ceramic infused, and then it kind of just evolved from there to be more cleaning. And then if you guys saw him on the Keep It Real podcast, the last episode, they brought Tim on there, and Tim was actually on there, and he kind of mentioned the development process for the rinseless wash here. So I do want to kind of just state what this is, because I know it says ceramic rinseless wash, but it's not ceramic. It's not designed to leave protection. I'm going to give you the quick and dirty what he stated in that podcast. Says it's the ceramic encapsulates dirt but doesn't bond to the surface, meaning it doesn't add protection. So that's the synopsis of it. But I'm just going to read you here. It says superior cleaning power, advanced surfactants and SiO2 technology ensure thorough cleaning with a scratch-free glossy finish. Ultra slick feel. It says ceramic polymers bind dirt and create a slick protective layer, preserving the vehicle's finish. When you read that, it seems like it's leaving something on the surface. Now keep in mind, all these things are actually leaving something on the surface, but is it designed to have protection is the other thing. So this is not designed to have protection in here. Okay, you can use it as a rinseless wash, waterless wash, or a clay lubricant. If you're going to be using it prior to a detail, of course you're going to panel wipe, and so again you can remove that, whatever residue is left on the surface. Okay, so let's kind of go in here. I'm going to read you here because it says hybrid, a mixture of two different things resulting in something that has characteristics of both. It says our hybrid rinseless wash is a game-changing car care solution designed for a safe and efficient washing experience. It leverages advanced waterless technology, incorporating unique lubricating agents and surfactants to ensure thorough cleaning and a stunning scratch-free finish on any surface anywhere. So again, it's safe for your vehicle here. It says an industry first, the addition of specialized ceramic SiO2 polymers forms a reagent in solution, effectively binding and encapsulating dirt particles for safe removal. So again, the ceramic is in there to bind itself and encapsulate that dirt particle to allow it to be removed safely off the paint. It says this hybrid composition of polymers, surfactants, and unique technology rapidly breaks down grime while leaving behind a temporary, keyword, temporary, ultra slick protective layer, ensuring complete and effortless removal of contaminants without affecting existing protection. So it tells you right there, it is going to leave something on the surface, but it's not designed to be durable. Okay, using hybrid rinseless saves water and shortens your car cleaning process. Okay, we all know about what rinseless washes are designed for, and again, dilution ratios in here, it's 256 to 1 standard. You can go 1 to 128 if you need a little bit more cleaning power. You can use a microfiber towel or the sponge. This is the sponge that they worked with here. And again, typical thing here, if you want to use a pre-soak, it tells you in here, and it tells you a topper. You can use one of their toppers that they have on there. So we're going to get to demonstrating this real quick, but I want to take a look at the hybrid wash sponge here. Let me take a sip of this here to clear my throat. So as I mentioned that he's actually using a sponge here. The other thing I want to mention is he sent the sponge, 16-ounce bottle, and the 1 gallon. I really don't need 1 gallon of ceramic rinseless wash, although it'd be great if I washed multiple vehicles at a time. This would be great. So I'm deciding of whether or not to give this away or not. So I haven't really decided, but I may just give this away. So let's open the sponge here. Take a look at their sponge here. So it comes in a nice little plastic package here, and then when you get it, you can see it's got a black sponge. Now the thing about this one is if I kind of peel it apart here, you can see that the cuts are not very deep so the cuts aren't very deep into the sponge here. So we're gonna take a look at this. I don't know who's designed their sponge here. Does it even say where it's made here? It doesn't really say where it's made. So if we compare it to other sponges, here's the ultra safe sponge, and you can see how deep the cuts are on this here. So it has deeper cuts in here, which again, the dirt will get pushed up in there and it'll trap it in there. And then here's the gold sponge. You can see the cuts on this one are very deep in here. And then we have the DIY Detail Legacy sponge. This is the first version. I will be getting another one when the new one comes out, but you can see the cuts aren't super deep, but again, they're deeper than this here. So again, still pretty good. And then people were asking me, well, how does it compare to the ultra black sponge? Here's what they look like side by side. So slightly different design here. You can tell on the side here. Overall size comparison, very similar. And the cuts on this one are on the deep side here as well. So just a quick little look at the sponge here, and we're gonna just check out the one that it came with, and we'll see how it is. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shake this up. And again, 256 to 1. It doesn't really say in here. Okay. Recommended pre-wash. It's best to break up. Here's one tip on here. It's best to break up the vehicle. It's best to break the vehicle up into 2 to 3 smaller sections at a time. So there you go. When you're washing it, just kind of keep that in mind, that you're going to do just a few panels at a time, not the entire vehicle. Maybe if you're in the garage. Okay. So I have 3 gallons. It smells really good. Again, it has that peach color. I mean, a peach scent, but it has that real nice color to it, which is really nice here. And here I'm gonna make my pre-soak. Okay, so then the other thing, let's keep pumping until you're ready. And then what do you guys think about this little contraption? So this is actually Franco made this for me. So it's got a handle on here, and he actually sent me the entire thing, not the bucket, but he sent me the credit card dolly. And yeah, it's got a little handle on here, so you can just move it around on here. Pretty neat. So to Franco, appreciate that for sending that to me. And he sent it fully assembled, almost to the point where I just had to put the casters on there. So I'm gonna dump that in here, and let's go. Looks like I can just wheel it around here. Pretty neat. Okay, so I'm gonna work on the side that has the sun on there, and I'm just gonna work this door panel here real quick. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to see how it plays in the sun. So it's 76 degrees. Okay, so the sponge seems okay. So you can see it does have silica on there, and it's starting to kind of dry on there. You can see it wipes off pretty good. Relatively good. I got some leftover things on there, but again, for the most part, it wiped off good in direct sun. It's pretty streak free. But if you're going to be using it in direct sun, panel by panel. Yeah, it works pretty good. So again, doesn't feel, I mean, so the coating that's on here, I have Hydro Light on here. It's already slick. So what I'm feeling on the surface right now feels like it's Hydro Light. So it doesn't feel like this is adding anything to the existing coating. And the sponge was gliding over here on this pretty effortlessly. So let's just do this door panel before I go to the front. I'll do the top in a second. And as I was testing this for 10, you know, it got better and better, and this one actually feels even better than the last one I tested. So again, it doesn't state that it's sun friendly, but I mean, it wipes off pretty well. You're just going to be doing panel by panel. Flip your towel over and wipe off any residue. Okay, so it does wipe off good. So I like that they chose something a little different, other than the typical, you know, it has ceramic in there and it's going to leave protection behind. Because when he told me it was going to leave protection behind, you know, I rarely use rinseless washes that leave protection on the surface. They're just not my favorite thing, but I will test them out. And you can see it's got these little things on there. The car hasn't been washed in a couple weeks. So we're going to push this to the limit here. We'll do this whole front clip, and then we'll do the front glass here too. So I'll do the glass first. Yeah, the sponge just really glides on the surface. And I didn't bring a microfiber towel because, number one, I forgot and I don't want to go back and get one. But you can use a microfiber towel if you wish. Perfect. All right. Yeah, so far so good. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Okay, so you can see my solution's getting a little dirty. Just flip the sponge over, so I didn't quite get some of these caked on things. Actually, I did get it with the sponge. That little guy right there. Dump this back in here. We can see it kind of knocks them out. This one's a little caked on. Finally I would have knocked this out. It's loose. Fine Lab would have knocked these out for sure. But again, I didn't wash the car on a weekly basis, and if that was not stuck on there for a couple weeks, it would have came off. Okay, so actually I'm done with this. And then we're going to talk about what I think about it. Again, I've been part of the testing of it, so from where it first started, it's a completely different product. And again, I really appreciate Tim for sending me those lab samples to test out the product, to make sure that it gets, you know, that he gets a good product on the market. Okay. All right, so that's pretty much it. So you guys saw me use it, the two doors, the front, and then the glass here, and you can see it works pretty well even in direct sun. So if you're using it in direct sun like I am, again it's 76 degrees, it's not super hot, but this side's been in the sun for, you know, 3-4 hours already. You're gonna want to work panel by panel, just so you don't get any polymer spots or anything like that on there that may not come off. This is not going to give you HydroSave vibes in terms of you're not going to have a hard time wiping off any residue that's on the glass that may dry. You can see it came off pretty easy, so you're not going to get that type of in there. This is just like your typical rinseless wash, like a Hero, DIY Detail, O&R, that type of thing, where it's really easy to wipe off if you're working in the direct sun. But if in direct sun, you want to do panel by panel. If you're in the shade, like on the other side where I'm at, I can actually probably work multiple panels. And if I'm in the garage, I can probably do either half the vehicle, or I could probably do the entire vehicle depending on the temperature, and I think it'd be perfectly fine. Now this is gonna, as I mentioned, it's gonna leave something on the surface, but it's not meant to be durable. It is gonna add a little bit of gloss in here because it does have some ceramic polymers in there, so it is going to appear glossy. Like I can tell it actually appears glossier here than versus the dirty side. Yes, it is masked by the dirt, but I can tell that it is leaving a little imparting, I like that word, imparting some gloss onto the surface. So again, kind of like what Hero does, it imparts gloss on there because it does have ceramic in there. So other than that, I don't have anything else to say about this one. I think it's a real good product from Ethos. You know, I'll probably do like a rinseless wash video for 2024, and then I'll kind of just go over like the ones that you should consider. I'm not going to rank them. I'm not going to say pick this, pick that, pick that. I'm just going to pick 5 or 6, maybe even, you know, kind of just see what's going on here and say, hey, you know, go look at this. Here's the pros and cons of this, and we'll go over cost, which one is, you know, going to be a little bit better in terms of cost and overall performance. Again, we're nitpicking at this point, but again, real good product from Ethos. If you guys are interested in trying this out, I will post a link directly to it. You can use my affiliate code there as well. I think it's Mike G. I'll post it in the show more part on there, so again, just go ahead and use that. And again, thanks for watching. I will catch you next one, so take care everyone. Everyone, welcome back here. Actually completely botched on here because I wasn't done with the review and all that here, the video in general, because I forgot to talk about the sponge, but I wanted to talk about a couple things here. One thing I will mention is, so I have the black pillars here, PPF'd and Expel PPF that I did myself here at home. So that was a DIY project, very simple to do. But I will mention that as I went around the vehicle, I had this spot here, which had some slide over spray. It didn't come off with just a regular dry towel. I actually had to reactivate with my my damp drying towel, then I come back with a wipe and it came off. And I think the reason for that is because PPF is porous in comparison to paint, and so I think they just kind of the polymer spots kind of just embedded themselves in. Again, you're not going to have the experience that HydroSave it does, where it's spotting everywhere. But in direct sun, this is a panel by panel rinseless. You saw me using it. You saw that it still works just fine in direct sun. Again, you just have to just shrink your work area. On the other side, on the shade side, shaded side, I was actually able to work multiple panels there, and once I did, again, very easy to use. So again, great product here. This is gonna should be the last rinseless wash I do for 2024. Again, I'm rinseless washed out up to this point, and so I think I got to figure out what else I'm gonna do to keep you guys engaged. So I don't really know what I'm gonna do here. So again, Ethos came with they came out swinging. They knocked it out of the park, as Eddie would say. They came out with the banger. Real good product. Actually, I should say great product, and it will compete with the DIY Detail, the Hero, RRW. It competes with all of those, and it could definitely be in the top spot, just like those other ones. So again, it's at this point we're nitpicking because they're all really good. So all I can say is just when this comes out, buy yourself a bottle, even if it's just a 16-ounce bottle, and try it out, because I think you guys are going to enjoy it. It's a different technology. I like the fact that Tim went back and they found something with his team to not just come out with a rinseless wash that, like he stated, was going to have ceramic protection, because I did try the one that had ceramic protection and it was, you know, it wasn't great. And then the last lab sample he sent me was really good, and this finished version is great. I can't say anything but great things about it. So again, definitely consider trying this out. The other thing I forgot to mention is the sponge. So again, this sponge worked out just fine. I had no problems with it. I think the only thing I'd like to see, although it's probably not a big deal, is the cuts be a little deeper in here. Again, it still worked just fine. Holds plenty of solution in here, because I think I'm just nitpicking the sponge here. And as far as the density, it feels very similar to the Ultra Black sponge, and so again, I can't say anything bad or negative about this. It worked just fine. I had no issues with it. But if you're looking to get into rinseless washing and you don't have a sponge yet, and you're looking at the Ethos rinseless wash, just buy the kit that comes with the sponge, and I think you'll be good to go. If you already have a sponge, just use the sponge you already have. Again, it would work just fine. So I think I'm gonna, as I mentioned, this is gonna be the last video for rinseless washing for 2024. I'm not gonna be doing any more rinseless wash videos for this year, other than I'm just gonna use up whatever stock I have. So with that said, I'm gonna do a giveaway for this last video here for to round out the rinseless wash of 2024. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and give away the gallon. So I'm gonna give away this gallon. Hashtag, what should the hashtag be? Just hashtag Ethos. We'll just keep it simple. So I'm gonna just do lower 48 states. I'll take the hit on shipping. I will ship this to you, and again, just be a subscriber to the channel. That's all I ask. And yeah, just go ahead and post in your comment down below. Again, hashtag Ethos, lower 48 states, and subscribe to the channel, and I will send you out the gallon of the rinseless wash. And on top of that, I will clean out the sponge and I will repackage it, and I'll send this along with the gallon of rinseless wash, and I'll set somebody up so that they have everything that they need. So again, thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone, and we'll see what 2025 brings for rinseless washing, if anything. Again, thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one. Take care.